Think about it. The greatest victories were never truly fought. When most people think of power, they picture someone rolling up their sleeves, clenching their fists, raising their voice, someone who loves conflict, someone who loves winning. But throughout history, the truly powerful were silent. They saw their moves coming before anyone else did, and most importantly, their enemies destroyed themselves with their own hands. When Sun Tzu wrote The Art of War in the 5th century BC, he wasn't trying to teach people how to fight. He was trying to teach them how to win without fighting. That distinction sounds simple, but once you truly understand it, you start seeing every game life has to offer, relationships, business, social dynamics, through a completely different lens. And from that moment on, you begin to understand why some people always win, while others, despite having everything, always lose. At the heart of Sun Tzu's philosophy lies this idea: the supreme warrior defeats the enemy without breaking his resistance. When you hear that, a part of your mind asks, how is that even possible? Because we grow up learning that victory comes through force. Work harder, hit harder, speak louder, show more power. But Sun Tzu disagreed completely. In his view, showing strength was already a sign of weakness, because a truly powerful person has nothing to prove. The real strategist decides the outcome before stepping onto the stage. He wins the war before the war begins. Have you ever experienced this in your own life? Knowing exactly what the other person was going to say before an argument even started, anticipating their reactions, and by refusing to give them the scene they wanted, silently watching their disappointment unfold. That is exactly what Sun Tzu was talking about. Don't step into your enemy's mold. Don't play on the ground they've chosen. Because the person provoking you, pushing your buttons, making you angry, they're trying to pull you onto their turf. And the moment you step forward, you've accepted their terms. Real victory is not taking that step. In The Art of War, Sun Tzu writes, "All warfare is based on deception." That line is very easy to misread. Most people hear it as lie, manipulate, cheat. But that's not what Sun Tzu meant. What he was pointing to runs far deeper. When you appear strong, conceal your weakness. When you appear weak, conceal your strength. If you're about to attack, look like you're defending. While you're still, lay your plan. This isn't a question of ethics, it's a question of awareness. The person who has true awareness of themselves and their situation always holds the greater advantage. Because if the other side is reading you wrong, when they attack, they hit empty air. When they retreat, they walk into a trap. So why is this so hard to do? Because the ego wants to fight. The ego cannot stand being ignored. When criticized, it wants to respond. When disrespected, it wants to prove itself. When provoked, it wants to explode. And that is exactly why most people, through their anger-driven reactions, set up their own defeat. Sun Tzu saw this clearly. The commander who enters with rage is no longer a strategist, he's a performer. His emotions run him. The opponent uses those emotions to steer him wherever they want. And that commander acts exactly when the enemy planned, exactly how the enemy wanted, completely unaware of any of it. This isn't only true on the battlefield, and think about it. What happens when you immediately fire back at someone who publicly criticizes you at work? What happens when you write a heated reply to a comment that stung you on social media? What happens when you raise your voice at someone who looked down on you? The answer is always the same. You play on their field, by their rules, according to their expectations, and the harder you try to look powerful, the more you reveal just how much you're being controlled. At the core of Sun Tzu's strategy lies this: find your enemy's weakness, protect your own strength, and exhaust them. But the exhaustion he's talking about isn't physical, it's psychological. When does a person break? When their expectations go unmet, when they get no reaction, when they're ignored, when they realize they're having no effect. People try to control you, sometimes consciously, sometimes not. They provoke you, push you, deliver small doses of pain, all waiting for a reaction. And the moment they get one, even briefly, they understand they can manage you. But what happens when you don't react? The weapon in their hand becomes useless. And most of the time, when people see that you're not reacting, something in their own mind starts to crack. They're left in uncertainty. They can't read you. And eventually they're left alone with their own frustration, without you doing a single thing. This is not passivity. Understanding that is critical. What Sun Tzu taught was not retreating into a corner, suffering in silence, or appearing weak. It was the opposite. It was the highest form of active engagement, observing, analyzing, waiting for the right moment. And when that moment arrives, making a move that is total and irreversible. In The Art of War, Sun Tzu says, "Water has no fixed shape, yet it overcomes every obstacle. The great warrior is the same, not rigid, flowing with circumstances, but always moving downward. Water doesn't argue, water doesn't fight, water simply moves forward, and nothing in the end can stop water." The truly powerful person knows this instinctively. They feel no need to prove themselves. They don't need anyone's approval. When provoked, they smile, because the control you show in the face of provocation is the clearest proof of your real power. And that is exactly why Sun Tzu's teaching still holds today, because people haven't changed. The ego still wants to fight. Emotions still try to seize control. Conflict still blinds people. But you can see the game now. Sun Tzu wrote in The Art of War, "Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting." That line isn't just about war. Every morning you wake up, every difficult relationship, every moment under pressure, all of it is testing this one truth. Are you managing control, or are you handing it to someone else? Fighting is easy. Anyone can fight. But allowing your enemy to defeat himself, that is an art only the truly powerful can understand.